Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Jerry Cox. I'm the Director of Family Council here in Little Rock, and I'm here to speak against the bill, but not totally against the bill, if that's permitted. Here's the situation that I think we find ourselves in. For the last 100 years or so, a good long time, everybody has read the Constitution a certain way, and now we're reading the Constitution a different way. And that hinges on the word certify. And what does that word mean? And so, up till now, it's my understanding that the word certify on the part of the Board of Elections meant serve an official notice rather than to review and approve something. And so now what we're doing is we're interpreting that word in a different way. It's not an improper definition of the word, because sometimes certify does mean serve official notice. But the way it's been interpreted for the last, like I said, I guess about 100 years, is that it means serve official notice. Now, apart from that, you have this apparatus that's kind of evolved over here with the Attorney General, where people have said, well, the Attorney General needs to approve your ballot title before you go circulate your petitions. And that has evolved statutorily and just kind of out of custom. But all the time that we've done petitions, statewide petitions, we've always interpreted the Constitution as never requiring the AG to actually do what the AG has done. Now, we've always operated by that. When we did the marriage amendment, Rob Schaefer down at the Friday firm wrote the amendment. We went over to Mike Beebe, we got it approved, and we went and did our signatures. We had a little give and take with him, and we came out with what we thought was a pretty good amendment, and we did it. And so what this does is it kind of turns the wagon around and puts the cart before the horse, because we're changing how we are interpreting the word certified, where it's now that the election board gets to look at it, review it, approve it, mark it up or do whatever, and then say yes or no to it. And I'm not saying that that's a wrong way to define certify. I'm just saying that apparently that's different than we've been doing it for the last 100 years. And so when you do that, then you automatically change the process. And that change in the process, as I've looked at it, the people with lots of money that we're all concerned about buying their way to the ballot will just hire another lawyer or two, and they'll just bulldoze right on through the Board of Election Commissioners. They'll go to the Supreme Court, and they'll have a whole bunch of lawyers in there, and they'll just hammer away. But the little guy out here that's like us, where we spent every dime we had pretty much just to get to the ballot, or just to get our signatures, and then once you get your signatures, you get hit in the face by the Board of Election Commissioners, and then you've got to go find a lawyer, and you've got to fight your way then to the ballot to try to overcome the obstacle that they just put in front of you. And so I would submit that while this is not an awful measure, it doesn't solve any of the problems that we've been talking about in here, that we talked about earlier in here, about people buying their way to the ballot, writing their way to the Constitution, all that stuff. It doesn't do really much of anything to address that. And what's more, it's like some of the other attempts to remedy the problems. It may fix a thing or two over here, but there's other things that it causes trouble with. And again, that's the little guy's ability, I think, to be able to get to the ballot. Now, is that going to block him totally? I don't think so. But it just makes the hill steeper for him. Where the guys with lots of money, they just put the gas pedal down a little harder, and they just sail right on over and sue some more people and try to get to the ballot. So the other part that does give me a little bit of pause is going to a Class D felony. And I haven't had a chance to look at this real close, but when you think of Class D felony, I mean, you think of these migrant worker type people that come in and just gather signatures and move on. I think of my little blue-haired grandma in Sunday school class who just fumbles around and says, I got a petition, a pro-life petition here, Mabel, you know, Mabel says, will you sign for me? And she signs for Mabel, and all of a sudden they end up on their way to jail or court or getting punished or something. So that does give me some pause about how that plays out with those kinds of folks. So anyway, I think I'm finished, Mr. Chair. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'll be glad to take any questions if you have any.